Hi, I want to tell you the story about how Barbie and Ken became lovers and not friends. And it's very obvious to say how it could have been drawn out. But I'll tell you, it took humans to make the little plastic fucks. But let me tell you how it is and how it went. So these people decide to make this doll. The doll was made. The doll was put in a cask or a box. And then when they got shipped off to a house, that's where it all started. Because there's so many Kens and so many Barbies, you'd never know who they're going to find. Imagine if their faces were different, how they would love to meet another. But they didn't know. The sad part is you can't be picky. Yeah, you can't. Not when you're played with. When a girl gets a hold of a doll, the doll has to get along with the other doll. Well, if you only have one doll, that's your lover. You don't have a choice. See? So, here's what happened. So there's this guy. His name is Ken. He's not a real man, but he's a man. A man with a tan. A blonde-haired guy with a blonde-haired look. And he thought he was the hottest thing in Texas. Well, wherever the fuck he's from. Anyway, so Ken is this plastic little man figure that people or any chick would love to be with if it was a real man. But it's not. It's a plastic man. Plastic little army guy with a tan. So, anyway, Ken always seemed to be lonely. He never would have known what his life is for. He just is in a box, gets out of the box when a kid comes and picks him up, puts him in front of another chick or another Barbie or whatever. And that's how it begins. And it's one of the biggest things ever is a little doll is so lonely without a mind, a brain, or he has to be dressed. He can't dress himself. Nobody can dress him. Only a little child can put on his clothes. Wait a minute. He's a man? And they're changing his clothes? Oh, shit. Well, he's not real. We don't got to worry about that. But anyway, so Ken is a plastic figure. A real figure. Slim, broad guy made of plastic. And he is surely tandawized. All right, so on the other side of the world, there was this other thing. It was called a female. She was the one that started it all. She's been around since the 50s. 50s? I think it was. Her name was Barbie. Barbie. Barbara ran, Barbie ran, get it? The Beach Boys sang it best. Barbara ran, Bob. Barbie ran. I should have said Barbie ran, Barbara ran. Okay, anyway. So, Barbie was like Ken. Made of plastic, long-haired, blonde, hot chick looking good. Unfortunately, she had no man. No man at all. Every time a girl would pose her, she'd either be laying on a little cot with sunglasses on, looking chick-made. She was the hot shit. And one day, this little girl happened to pick Barbie up, and she set her in her little area with one hand. And on the other hand was Ken. And someday, somehow, some way, Ken and Barbie looked eye to eye to each other and said, I can't believe you, Barbie. I can't believe you're in my life. And Barbie looked and said, Ken, I didn't know your eyes were so blue, but they are. You're a wonderful man. And Ken was like, thanks, babe. I didn't know I had purple eyes or blue, but I'll tell you what. We're going to spaz the monkey tonight. So, anyway, so Barbie and Ken were in the center of this situation. The little girl who had the Barbie in one hand and the Ken in the other, she was about to make them married. make the relationship real. Except the problem is they could not have real love. There's no real love in sight for a fake doll. There's no love there. They're not real. Barbie and Ken are fake puppets. They're plastic material that looks like something that came from outer space. Yeah, but they were the hottest things around. They was. Barbie was before Ken, and Ken was made. It's almost like, what was it? Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve. The difference is Barbie was made first, and then Ken came along. Instead of it being Adam and then Eve. Then Eve. What up? Okay. So anyway, so the little child had to get both of them together to become two lovers. But remember, they're plastic toys, so you can't make plastic love each other. There's no love there. There's no feeling. The kid has more feeling than the dolls have because she feels what she's doing. Get it? The plastic in her hands and feels that hair. She takes her little fingers and flows it through Barbie's hair and pulls it back and gets that brush and brushes her shit. They can't feed each other because they don't move. Barbie, her hair is always blowing in the wind, but it always blow in the wind as long as the little girl puts something on her hair. That little, what is it called? The boonette. Throw it over her hair, put her sunglasses on, make her look fancy. I don't think they wear makeup. It's a good thing, because it would smear. So anyway, Barbie and Ken became lovers when they saw eye to eye. And everything the little child did for those two dolls made them become one. No, they didn't get married, but you might as well say they did, because Ken and Barbie were always known as lovers. But, you know, like I said, they couldn't physically do anything, but the chances were high. Yes. It's unfortunate they're not alive, and they couldn't move and couldn't talk and speak and all the wonders you would ever think a child could imagine for their little play toys, little plastic figures that make you think if you sit it in the window, hey,
look at my little toy, Mother. It's mine. Her name's Barbie. And look at this one over here. His name's Ken.
And the parents would be like,
you leave those kids alone, those little child play toys. Those are no-nos. They're not real. Yes, Mother, yeah.
So anyway, as you all know, that plastic toys are not real. But it's funny how Ken and Barbie became lovers and not friends. It's unfortunate they didn't really have real love. Love only came to words like I said to this whole series. So I tell you the story of Barbie and Ken right here in, 8 minutes. So, yeah, they were really something all right. And they're still around. They just get updated. The plastic changes. She might get bigger boobs. She might be flat-chested. Ken might look hotter than he ever has. He might get cowboy boots, spurs. She might get tank top, whatever, however you want to dress them. This is 2020, so, 56 to now is a long fucking day, a long way. That's a long time ago. What was it, 80 years ago? I don't know. Anyway, so, yeah. So the story of Ken and Barbie, how the two became lovers and really didn't love each other. They just looked at each other and just looked at each other, and she said to him,
I love his blue eyes. They're so amazing.
And then Ken looked at her and said, God, I like to get in her pants. I can only imagine what it's like. It's only make-believe. Oh, you better recognize. Oh. So until then, thanks for watching this video or listening to it. And remember, I'm Chris. I'm Dr. Mix Recordings. This is a 2020 comedy. And I'll see you guys on the next big one. Don't get it twisted. Stay normal. Don't get outdated. You better tell somebody that. That way they understand what's happening upon themselves. All right, everybody. I'm outie. Goodbye. Ken and Barbie. Get it on, Frankenstein. Oh, you didn't know.